attention, I'm about to make the most obscure reference I have ever made. Hello everyone, and welcome to another Dark Hole. My name is Luke, and this week I saw The Huntsman, Winter's War, which is a sequel to Snow White and the Huntsman, again making a sequel to a movie I never saw, which I am finding to be hilarious. The movie stars Chris Hemsworth, Jessica Chastain, Emily Blunt, Charlize Theron, Nick Frost, and Rob Brydon, all people way too good for this. Ultimately, this movie is the origin story of Marty Phoebe, and then as a prequel, and then a sequel, and it's just really confusing what they were trying to do in this movie. So, okay, here we go. It opens up as a story for Charlize Theron's character, as well as Emily Blunt's character, and then Chris Hemsworth's character and Jessica Chastain's character, and then it just jumps into the future, and then it just jumps into the future again. Oh, and the entire movie bookends the last movie. So it's a prequel and a sequel. God bless everybody who is involved. They seem to be giving it their all, except for sort of Charlize Theron, which is really strange to me because she's usually just fantastic. But here she sort of feels bored, or like she just isn't giving it her all. I could be wrong. That's just my feeling. And, I was actually really looking forward to this movie. It looked like a fun ride. And in parts it is because Chris Hemsworth and Jessica Chastain are really giving it their all. The problem is no one else really has anything to do, and the plot really doesn't do anything. They sort of have the One Ring plot going on with the mirror, and then just everybody just, I mean, it's two-dimensional character development everywhere. I mean, even Emily Blunt's character, who starts out sympathetic, just goes full-bore crazy in an instant, which is sort of understandable when we see the reasons, but then at the end, she just does a complete 180 right back to being good, when she discovers the most feebly done plot twist, like, to the point where I challenge to call it a plot twist, and turns on her sister, and I do not care if that's a spoiler to you. There's so little to actually say. They try to make it lighthearted and funny. I mean, they added Nick Frost and Rob Brydon, but everything that they say just sort of feels like they want it to be funny, but it just doesn't really work. And it's just kind of depressing when you think about it. Again, everybody looks like they're having a blast otherwise. But, it just, prequel and sequel and lame and just, I mean, it had about as much development as all those young adult movies that I had to see last year. If that was their goal, fine. But, you have to treat your audience with some amount of respect. Now, there are parts that sort of make it seem like this was edited really poorly, so there might be a good version of this on a cutting room floor somewhere, and it's kind of sad that we aren't going to get to see that. I mean, the action scenes are actually done really well. Overall, it's filmed really well. I mean, good compositions, good special effects, and just good blocking, but it just doesn't really come together. It's fine, but it's just sort of there. So yeah, unfortunately, not a whole lot to say other than this is a renter, if anything. Okay, so again, you can follow me on Twitter at FeltLuke, FELTLUKE, just like the channel name. Or you can read some articles by me over on nerdson.xyz and listen to our podcast, where you can hear a guy who sort of sounds like me. It's kind of weird. Haha. Okay, so until next time, I'll apologize for nothing.